Hello there, West Branch Bear fans. It's time for our midweek report, sponsored by Main Street Suites. Steve and Jessica Grace is where you need to go. And here we are going into week 6, Jason. The Bears are 5-0, played their best game of the year last Friday against Meepo. But now this turns into the biggest game of the year, going up against 5-0 Durant.
What a schedule. Now, we talked about it last week. You brought it up about it's just going to get harder and more difficult for the rest of the way. You bring up Mediapolis, had a running back average, and we talked 198 yards a game, and he had 30. Yeah. So the Bear defense, like he said, played well. And now they're going up against Nolan DeLong, who is number 1 in Class 1A in all-purpose yards, which are all rushing yards, 1,429, second of all classes in all yardage. And he leads 1A with 17 rushing touchdowns. So you go from the second best back as far as yardage and touchdowns to now the number 1 back.
Yeah, and we've seen DeLong for a couple of years now, his sophomore and his junior year, and we know that he's just a phenomenal athlete. And so the Bears defense, once again, it's going to be tackle the tailback and make sure you get a lot of bodies to them. But the Bears' offensive line last week really showed me a lot about the character of this team. Where do you see that line coming together at?
You with 6 kids, you're rolling in 6, Mike. But with the 5 that are starting, they're all upperclassmen. They've all seen the field one way, shape, or form for at least one year of varsity football, if not 2, and some kids in their 3rd. So you're starting to see that experience come together. Bringing along freshman Mike Montgomery, and you got 5 big P's, 1 little P, but you're bringing them together to make a big pod. And, man, are they strong and opening things up and really holding the pocket for Ty to throw the football.
Yeah, I don't think Ty, he got sacked once maybe, but –
and he slipped on that play.
And he slipped. So, the line has been impressive. The defense has been impressive. Our speed has been outstanding all year.
And I think that's going to be the key. When you're going into these big games, 5-0 for West Branch, is to find the speed and to spread things out, passing it and running it. For Durant, they're going to come right at you. There's no secret. I brought the stat up to you. 209 total plays, 185 of them on the ground. That's 88.5%. And of those 185, of course, 131 DeLong. That's 63%.
2 out of 3 plays, he's going to carry
the football.
Yeah, he's going to carry the ball. So the Bears will just have to be prepared, and there's no reason that they won't be. I want to throw something at you, Jason. You always give the kids 3 wishes, so I am going to shoot for 3 stats. Now, if anybody knows stats, Matt, it's this guy right here. So I'm guessing he's going to go 3 for 3. Okay. So the first one I'm going to throw at you is, how close is Ty Hughes for percentage on season passing?
Oh, well, right now I think he's 7 or 8%. He's 7 or 8% above the season record to Adam Donahoe.
Okay, and Adam Donahoe goes back to
2008.
2008. So so Ty once again,
he's at 75%.
Okay. Second one I want to throw at you is Andy Henson's touchdowns in a season, and where it also compares to touchdowns in a career, since he's been our leading touchdown guy for 3 years.
Boy,
so
you've really thrown that one out there. But I think we don't even have, believe this or not, well, I'm gonna apologize. We're going to the annals as far as the career record of rushing touchdowns. I'm going to say it's going to be Luke Lennox is going to be somewhere in the vicinity of 80 to 90 rushing touchdowns. So he's quite a bit away, because you remember Luke had 5 of them his freshman year. Yeah. He played 4 seasons. And then his sophomore year, he had 32 and then 28 and I want to say 27. So he's really close to 80 for a career.
So is Luke also the leader in season touchdowns?
Oh, no. That's Jordan Thompson. In fact, he likes to bring that up when he comes to some games. He goes, I'm still leading it.
And then defensive-wise, average, per game, this Bears defense has been outstanding. Where does it stack up?
Well, they are actually ahead of it right now by 1.2 points. And if you really want to check the stats, you can see where they're updated now. Everything up to the date this year And all the seasons are updated on WestBranch.Football, or go right down to the Little Rose Bowl, a brand new record board. Alpha Graphics did some great work. Everything in HD lettering now. There's no, it all looks uniform, and Mike, it looks really good. So I think the record we're looking forward to the most is hopefully 1-0 next week. This Friday night.
And that's the thing. I mean, this is like a 2-game lead with Durant. You know, if you beat them, then if it ends up 1 loss each, you got the head-to-head. So this is a huge game. We hope we see a big fan crowd down there. This has got to be one of the biggest games in Durant's history. I mean, obviously we've had.
Yeah, I don't think they've been 5-0 since someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I could find, it may have been in the 1970s.
Yeah, so we can expect a good crowd down at Durant. So for the Bearcast, and thank you to Main Street Suites, this is Mike Quinlan, Jason Miller, and go Bears.